You know, it's funny. Think about all the everyday objects you plug in without a second thought. Your phone charger, for instance. It's one of the most common pieces of tech we all own. But its design? Well, it tells a fascinating story about power and speed. So let's dive in.
First up, we're going to call this section the Everyday Powerhouse. We're putting one of these little guys under the microscope to see what we can learn just by, well, looking at it.
On the surface, yeah, it's a simple white block. We're all familiar with this look. But when you get just a little bit closer, you start to see that every single detail is intentional. This thing isn't just a utility, it's a really carefully crafted piece of product design.
So, let's get into the anatomy of a modern charger. We're going to break down the visual language of this device piece by piece and really try to understand the message it's sending us.
Okay, so our subject today is this 80-watt Super VOOC charger. I mean, the name itself, Super VOOC, it just sounds fast, doesn't it? It's actually a proprietary fast-charging technology, and the real story here is how the physical design completely backs up that promise of high-speed performance.
We're going to be focusing on 4 key things here: its overall shape, the kind of typography they used, that big power number, and a tiny, almost hidden accent color. Put them all together, and these elements create a whole narrative. First off, let's talk about the shape. It's this clean, white rectangle with softly rounded corners. See how there are no extra lines or decorations? This minimalist, geometric form isn't just for looks. It's meant to communicate efficiency and modernity. It just feels like a device that does its one job, charging exceptionally well and without any fuss. Now check out the text itself. The brand name Super VOOC and the power rating 80 watt, they're printed in a simple, clean font and this light gray color. It's not shouting at you, you know? That's a design choice that signals confidence. It's like it's suggesting the performance is so good it doesn't need loud, flashy branding to prove it.
All right, let's get into the details that signal speed. Now we're going to focus on the specific choices that are explicitly designed to just scream high performance.
And then there's the number 80W. In the world of chargers, let's be honest, wattage is king. To put that in perspective for you, 80 watts can take some phones from 0 to 50% in about 12 minutes. That's crazy fast. So this number is the single biggest signifier of its power and speed. Placing it so clearly on the side turns it from a boring technical spec into, like, a badge of honor. It's the first thing you see, and it immediately tells you this device is built for one thing: rapid charging.
And this is probably my favorite detail. If you look closely, peeking out from inside the USB port is this flash of bright red. It's the only vibrant color on the entire charger. That's no accident. In design language, red often signifies power, speed, performance. You know, think sports cars. Hiding it inside the port is like getting a little glimpse of a high-performance engine under the hood. It's a secret that just hints at the real power packed inside.
But of course, a charger is only half the story, right? The cable is designed as part of this whole cohesive system. The clean white look continues, but this is about more than just aesthetics. High wattage charging like Super VOOC requires specific cables that can handle all that power safely and efficiently. So the unified design basically signals that these two components were engineered to work together perfectly, to deliver that 80-watt speed as one complete high-performance package.
And all of this leads us to our final section, the future in your outlet. So what does this all really add up to?
Well, what we have here is really a masterclass in communicating performance through design. The minimalist shape says efficiency. The understated text says confidence. That prominent 80W says power. And that little hidden splash of red, it says speed. Every single choice works together in harmony to create this impression of a sophisticated, powerful, and honestly, a futuristic piece of technology.
And that leaves us with a final thought. We interact with these little objects every single day. So when a company puts this much thought into the look and feel of something as simple as a charger, does it change our experience of using it? Does a well-designed object make a mundane task like charging your phone feel just a little more satisfying? It's something to think about the next time you plug in.